Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be working our abs, obliques, and glutes. All I'm going to be using is a ball. So if you've got one of them, grab that. And then spring-wise, I'm going to pop onto one red spring and I'm going to stay on the red spring the whole time, okay? Red spring on my reformer is like a medium spring. Okay, you could go lighter with any of these exercises. So if you find it's a little bit too strong in any of the movements that we do, then you can always just change that spring to something a little bit lighter. Maybe not quite a quarter spring, but a half spring would be okay. And we're going to start laying down on our back. So you can just tuck that ball underneath the side of your reformer. I'm actually going to put the foot bar down as well, all the way so it's nice and flat. I'm going to shuffle that mattress up so that I've got a nice big surface here to get started with. Laying down on your back here, we are going to come into some breath work. So you can relax your hands down beside you, or you can take one hand to the chest, one to the belly. And let's just take some nice big deep breaths. In through the nose, expand the ribs. Out through the mouth, press the ribs down towards the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Just let anything go that you're holding on to here, whether it's tension in the body or if you're thinking about work, or the kids, or what you have to do today. Every time you breathe out, just let it go. Offer yourself this time, no distractions. And then taking your hands down beside you, can we draw the back down, pull the belly in. Lift your legs up to a tabletop position, knees hip width apart. We're going to take a single leg toe tap down towards the end of your reformer and then drawing back in. Use your exhale breath as the toe comes down and inhale as you pull it back in. And maintain that imprint through the spine, so you're drawing your back down towards the carriage underneath you. Pulling your ribs to your hips and your belly button in towards the spine. Keep this slow here. We're warming up through those abdominals. I want you to think about hip bones pulling in towards each other here. So we get into those deep abdominal muscles. And if it's there for you, you could squeeze both of your legs together and take a double toe tap down and lift up. Now, if you're coming into double toe taps, only come as far as you can before you arch and let go through the core. So you want to keep the imprint, the belly tight, and just lower the toes down as much as feels comfortable before lifting back up. So if halfway is all you can come to, that's fine. And if that's too much pressure on your back, just come back to those single toe taps. And lift. 2 more. Stay in the abdominals. Try and keep out of those hip flexors here. So belly in, hips towards each other. And then you can draw those knees in and give them a little hug towards the chest. We're going to reach down and grab our ball. I'm going to be holding the ball first in the right hand and taking my short loop into my left hand. And reaching that arm up towards the ceiling here. Okay, you can shuffle back up if you've moved down your carriage at all. I'm going to draw the back down into an imprint and pull your legs up to tabletop. Ball's going to press gently up against that right thigh, right up near the knee, nice and high. And I'm not adding any tension into that as of yet, I'm just holding it there gently. I'm going to sweep the left hand down next to the hip and then draw it back up over the shoulders. Now the first focus here is on pelvic stability. So you might find that you've got a little bit of a swaying through the hips as you sweep that hand down. And I want you to focus on squeezing the deep abdominal muscles by drawing your hip bones in, the belly pulling in, and stabilize through your pelvis. Breathing out as you sweep and in as the arm comes up. Beautiful. We're going to add on a press into that ball. As you sweep your hands, press into the ball. As you lift your arm, little bit of release. Exhale, sweep, press. Inhale, lift, little release. Pull the back down, the ribs down. Whew, already I'm feeling it. Now, if your hip flex is taking over as you press into the ball, you need to focus on firing the belly on a little bit more and don't pull your knee in. Keep it right back over the hips. Instead, just thinking about pushing the hand in. We can start to add a leg extension. The left leg with the left arm lengthens as you press into that ball and draw it back in. Whew, it's already getting nice and warm. Lots working here. The upper abdominals, the deeper abdominals, our obliques, all working to stabilize us. If you'd like, you can add on a chest lift. Now, if adding the chest lift takes away your ability to stabilize that pelvis, leave the head down. We've got 10 seconds here. Push the ball, sweep, extend. For 5, 4, 3, 2, sweep, hold it, push the ball, push, push. Keep everything lengthened. Keep that belly pulling in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax all the way in. Whew, rest those feet down. Take a gentle rock from side to side. We're going to turn over and lay on our side. I'm going to take the ball underneath my head for some comfort, and I'm going to hold that same strap. So I'm laying on my right side, and I'm still holding on to the strap that was behind my head. Take your hand into the short loop again. Your legs are going nice and long straight down the center of your carriage. We're getting set up for our double leg lift series. That arm is going to extend up towards the ceiling. All right, we want to start with the hand right up over the shoulders and the legs nice and long here, squeezing, hovering. And we are sweeping the hands down the side of the body as we lift those legs up an inch. So inhale, we hover the heels down as the arm comes up. Exhale, squeeze the legs up, sweep the arm. Fingertips to touch the side of the thighs every single time. Breathing out. Now this movement, we are just shortening the distance between the hip and the ribs from both directions. So that sweeping motion of the arm coming down is pulling your ribs down. And that lifting motion from those ankles lifting up is pitching your hip up towards your bottom ribs. Now, if you want more range, you could lift the head as you sweep the arms. You want to take those fingertips of the underneath arm to the ball so it doesn't roll away. You could even take your eye gaze to those fingertips just to help you reach a little more. We're holding up in 3. In 2. 1 more here. Sweep up, hold it. Option to keep the head up, or if you feel a bit necky, take it down. Lift your top leg up an inch and then scissor those legs forward and back, just tracing the end of the reformer. Your inner thigh of that underneath leg is squeezing to keep it lifted. The top leg is high. Pinch into the side of that waistline. Breathe slow and controlled for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay with me, legs go long, top leg stays high. We're going to beat the underneath leg, drawing that heel up towards your top leg here. So we're squeezing that underneath leg up, zip, zip, zip through the inner thigh. The higher the top leg is, the more we're going to get into the waistline. You can even have that head resting, or maybe lift it up again and reach a little further for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze it, hold it, legs together, lift them, and relax all the way down. Whew, you can put that strap back onto the hook and give that waist a nice little squeeze out here. Oh, they're killers, those double leg lifts. We're going to give that waistline, those abs, just a little bit of a breather as we come into some glute work. So shuffle your bottom a little further back, tucking your knees right up in front of you, and bring that top strap now, long loop, up over your foot, and the leg come into your tabletop position. So you want to have your knees directly forward in front of your hips, and those shins are tracing down, now the front of your carriage. And we're going to lift that top leg up so that it is hovering up in line with the knee, all right? Your knees hovering up in line with your hip, all right? Just like we're laying down on our back. From here, lift your waist up, create a little bit of space there. So your hips are now stacked, the spine is now long. We take our inhale breath, squeeze that top glute, left glute squeezing. Exhale, press the leg long and sweep it back in line with the back of your body. So we inhale, resist that strap to come in. Exhale, press it long, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze that bottom. Fire the back of the legs. Resisting against that strap. Waist stays lifted. Don't let it drop down as you start to fatigue. Keep those hips stacked. Pulling in and pressing it. Big squeeze into the glutes. Every time your leg goes long, we're going to sweep it back a little bit so that you feel the back of the legs working. That glute gets a nice big squeeze with the length. We'll go 2 more here. One more. Lengthen the leg, hold it. Can you turn that foot out, lift it up a little, and we take our froggy kick. Squeeze. Bend in and squeeze. Now you want to be working in your natural turnout. If you press your legs out too much, you'll feel your hip drop back. We want to keep them stacked. So just turn the leg out as much as you're able to before you lose that alignment, that squareness in the hips. Now our waists are still lifted, the hips are still stacked here. We're pressing that knee up as we pull it in, and we're just pushing a little higher, like you're aiming for the center of your foot bar if it were up. Let's go for 3 only. For 2. And 1 more here, send the leg long. Can we bring that leg back down in line with the hip? Toe and knee pointed forward, and we take our bicycles. Bend, kick forward, sweep it back. Bend into tabletop, extend your leg, and sweep. Bend, extend, big squeeze. Hips don't move. Don't let that hip drop in. Control, pressing back into that strap. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last one, almost there. Leg stays long. Can you point it to draw it forward and flex it to bring it back? Point and flex. Oh, here we go. My butt's burning. Big squeeze. Watch that hip. Don't let it drop in, especially if you're starting to fatigue like me. We've got 3. For 2. 1 more here. We sweep that leg back. We bring it forward just a few inches and we draw little circles. Small dessert-sized plate circles. Reverse the direction for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend it in. Oh, take the foot out of the strap. Bring it home. Give that bum a tap out. Ooh, that was hot. All right, I'm going to come up off of my side for a little bit and just tuck the ball out of the way. I can find my clip, put my hair back up. We're going to do a little bit of core and shoulder work here with our reverse knee tucks. So you want to bring your knees up against your shoulder blocks now, and your hands are going to come down to the side railings. We take a nice flat back. And the further you hold up, the stronger it's going to feel. I'm going to start lower and then progress if I feel the need to add tension. You can do the same. So the further towards the foot bar, you keep that carriage, that lighter that spring's going to be. Holding on to the side railings, lift just up off the stopper, and then we tuck the knees and release. Exhale as you tuck, inhale, release. Now your upper body's completely stable here. All right, my back staying flat as my knees tuck under. My hands are right underneath my shoulders. My shoulders are squeezing down and back. Knees are tucking. Now, if you want more, walk further up those railings. I'm quite happy where I am. I'm going to stay right here. And maybe you want to start to scoop through the belly and round through the back on that tuck. Small movement. So like a little crunch. Returning to flat back each time. 4 more. Verse 3. 2, lift that back. 1 more, hold it in, and slowly walk it back. Find a child's pose. Rest the head down, keep reaching forward. Whew. All right. Round 1. Tick. Round 2 of our reverse shoulder work is now going to be working more through the shoulders. We're not going to be tucking the knees. Lower body's going to stay stable, and we're going to be pulling up using the arms, okay? So flat back, pull your belly in, walk your hands a little bit further up those railings, and then maintaining the knees underneath the hips, you're going to grab onto the side railings and pull the body up using the shoulders, then lower back. Now keep squeezing shoulders down, length through the neck. Eye gaze straight down here. All right, knees stay underneath the hips. Don't tuck them. It is tempting to help you get a little higher to pull the knees in, but we are going to keep them back. All right, not long here. For 6. 5. 4 to go. 3. 2. 1 more here. Squeeze up, hold, and release back to that child's pose, resting down. Oh. Take that little stretch. All right, give your shoulders a little roll out. We are back to the start. So we're going to start on our backs with that ab work, with our hand up against the ball, and then we're going to turn ourselves around. All right, I give you my reformer a quick 180 so that I don't have my back to you the whole time. Then I'm coming to lay down on my back. Whew. This time I'm going to be holding that ball in my right hand. Left hand, sorry, holding the ball in the left hand, holding the strap in the right hand, up towards the ceiling. Pull the back down, the belly in, lift your legs up to tabletop, ball against that left thigh, right up near the knee, and we just switch those deep abdominal muscles on and sweep the hands down next to the hips. Inhale, lift the arms, exhale, sweep the arm. Keep pulling your hip bones in here. You want to stay stable through that pelvis. Keep your knees up over your hips. Just resist that temptation to draw the knees in here. Find length each time. I need to adjust myself. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep. Beautiful. Can you start to add on that press into the ball? Now, remember what we spoke about on the first round here. Your back's pressing down, your hip bones drawing in. As you sweep and press, breathe out to help you to fire on those deep abdominal muscles and stay out of the hip flexor. Feel your hip flexor taking over. That might be your abs just switching off here. Maybe that pressure into the ball isn't for you. If you can though, pull the back down, breathe out, belly pulls in. Adding on that right leg extending, then bring it in. Right arm, right leg. And if you'd like to, you add on your chest lift. See how that feels. If that takes away your ability to control any movement through the pelvis, then we want to keep the head and chest down. Same with that leg extending. If it's just a little bit too much, leave it out. There's a lot happening here. Our body is working super hard. We've got 10 seconds and we're holding up for squeezes into that ball. Make sure you really push the ball. I want to see it change shape. 5, 4, 3, 2, curl up, hold up, push, push, push for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, rest. Pop your strap down for a moment. Oh, give those knees a little rock from side to side. That's wild. We're rolling over onto our left side now, keeping the same strap. So it's a strap from the hook behind your head, hand into that short loop, arm extended to the ceiling, and our legs are lengthened here. All right. Mentally prepare myself to do this again. Lift the legs up to a hover, turn your body into a plank, shoulders down. Inhale, exhale, sweep the hand and lift those legs an inch. Inhale, the legs lower, the arms come up. Exhale, sweep and lift. Nice big squeeze. Lower. Lift. Beautiful. Feel that crunch down the side of the body. The shoulder pulls down, belly draws in. And fingertips to touch each time. Squeeze and reach. Good. Whew. So thinking about the rib pulling to the hip pitching up towards the rib. Can you lift your head and chest to add a little bit more range? Maybe your eye gaze to follow the fingertips if that helps. Underneath the fingertips on the ball so it doesn't roll away. Every time our head is coming down to rest, but the body stays nice and tight, we're holding up in 2. Shoulders down, sweep. In 1. Hold it up here. All right, top leg comes up. We scissor those legs forward and back. The higher the top leg is, the more that waistline works. Your underneath inner thigh is squeezing. Option to keep the head up, or if that's a little bit necky, take the head down. Make sure your fingertips are still touching your thighs for me. Whew, we've got 4. For 3, 2, and 1. Legs come back long, top leg stays high. Beat that underneath leg. Zip, zip, zip. Keep the top leg high for me. Oh, maybe reach a little bit further up. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze it, hold, reach, 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 and rest. Dearie me. Squeeze that waist. Oh, give it a nice little massage out here. We're on to our glutes on the second side. We are almost at the end here, guys. Nice, short, and sweet. Sweet or spicy? Probably more spicy than sweet, isn't it? Bum towards the back of that carriage, and your top foot comes up into the strap, and we come into that tabletop position. So here the waist is lifted, the hips are stacked, and the top leg comes up. So the knees resting up in line with your hip. That bum should be on straight away. This is an active starting position. It is not a rest. All right, when you're ready, inhale, squeeze that right tush. Exhale, press that leg long, sweep it. Inhale, bend in, and exhale, push. So from the hips up, nothing is moving. Your torso is staying really nice and stable here. Whew. Bend in and squeeze. And we bend and squeeze. Beautiful. Breathing through it. Resisting against that strap. Pushing your bum back behind you. Waist is lifted, hips are stacked. We've got 3 like this. Then we're coming to those frog kicks. Don't rush it. Stay with me. For 2. Squeeze every time that leg is long. Don't just hang it out there. 1 more, hold it long, turn the foot out, lift it, froggy kick. Hips stay still here, all right? So as soon as you turn that leg out, only come to that position, feel your hip bone, there should be no movement through the hip, okay? We pull and squeeze. Squeeze the sides of the glutes, send the leg long, that heel is up above the alignment of your body, all right? So if my hand is here, that heel is higher. Maybe you're not turning out as much of me, that's fine, so long as you've got stability. Waist stays up though, don't let that drop down. We've got 3, 2. One more here. Press it long. Bring it back down. Turn the toe and knee forward. Bicycles. Bend, kick forward, sweep it back. We bend in, extend, big squeeze. Breathing through this. Finding length through that body, squeezing through the glute. Waist lifted, hips stacked. Let's go for 3. For 2. One more here. Hold that leg long. Straight leg sweeps forward and back. Oh, that is a killer. We're almost there. Stay with me. Keep that body stable. Only work within the range. Your hamstring, if it's short, you might not be able to come as far forward without that hip dropping in. That's fine. Let's go for 3. Work within your range. Hip stacked is important. 2. Oh, my days. 1. Point the foot, bring it forward, little circles here. Oh, we are on that angle. Good. For 4, 3, 2, reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, someone save me. 1, drop it in. Oh, with so much grace, we bring the carriage in. Strap onto the hook and tap that bum out. Dear me. Oh my goodness. Let's roll over onto our backs and just let those legs rock out for a moment here as you slow your breathing, slow your heart rate back down, relax your body. It's over. Nice and sweet today. Just bend those knees. Take the knees to the wide parts of your carriage and just rock them from side to side. Now, if you want, you can take your ball out from underneath your head. I find it quite comfy, so I'm going to keep it there. Just allow those muscles to relax, to drop out. Maybe take your eye gaze in the opposite direction to your knees. And then we come back through center here. We're going to stretch out the glutes. I'm going to start with the less tender glute. So it'll be the left ankle over the right knee. And then you can reach behind the thigh or the calf and pull that leg in for a stretch here. Oh my gosh, I'm shaking. I love workouts like that where you just don't have to exercise for that long, but you feel it all over. Maybe you want to extend that right leg up and get a little bit of a hamstring stretch while you're here. Shaky, shaky. Let's swap it over. Right ankle over the left knee. Now, if like me, your bum is so sore on this side because we just worked it, just make sure you're not pulling too tight into that stretch. I want you to focus more on breathing into the stretch. So every time you exhale, just try and relax those muscles a little bit. You can take a very gentle pull, but you probably won't need to pull in too far. Maybe extend that left leg up here and take that hamstring stretch as well. Keep on trying to just tilt your bottom back down slightly. Tailbone might be lifted like mine. But you just want to tilt it down so you get that stretch through the glute and through the hamstring. And relax down here. Oh my goodness me. Before we finish off, we'll just take a quick side body stretch. So I'm going to sit up on my carriage here, left hand down, and we're going to reach the right arm all the way up and over. And then windmill over, taking the right hand down and reach the left arm up and over. And again, coming over, inhale, exhale, stretch. And over, and stretch. And then opening up through center. Oh, we're done. Thank you so much for joining me. You motivate me so much to move my body. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you let me know what you think about this workout, what you want more of, what you want less of, you want it longer, shorter, and I'll be sure to work on that. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.